it's this week in Disney for November 29th to December 5th, which is awesome because it's Christmas time.
Indeed, the last month of the year.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Countdown to
Love
New
this
Year's.
time of year. It's so fun. What are you guys doing for Christmas? Are you excited for the holidays?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get to have some Disney magic? We'd love to hear about it in the comments.
No excuse not to have started. Thanksgiving is over. You all have permission. So.
Time to put the Christmas music on and decorate, although we decorated a little bit early this year, and we're so glad we did because it's all set and done, so it's awesome. So anyway, moving on, this week, the big celebration is kind of like why I'm wearing these ears and why you have that shirt. Back in 1901, on a Sunday, which this year, December 5th falls on a Sunday, so this is exactly...
It's the last day in the week.
Right, the last day of this week, 120 years ago, in 1901, Walter Elias Disney was born.
Indeed.
To Flora and Elias in their two-storage cottage. That's in Chicago. That was the 1249 Trip Avenue address, and that's the house that Flora designed and Elias built and everything in Chicago, which we used to live there, so it's awesome. So in 1909, the address is going to change to 2156 North Trip Avenue. So Walt is the fourth Disney son, and to honor the family's pastor friend Walter Parr, a preacher at St. Paul Congregational Church, the pastor, they name their baby Walt or Walter, and the pastor of course names his son Elias. So they honor each other. It's a really cool story. Yes. And neat that they had close friends like that. That's pretty cool.
It shows their relationship in the church and how much they worked with it and assisted in building it.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So the Disney family, of course, is going to move to Missouri after this in April of 1906, and of course this is where his brothers and sisters will grow up in Marceline. They do go back to Chicago in 1917. So yeah, but of course Marceline is that hometown that Walt loved and that Main Street USA is based off at Disneyland, all the main streets and all the parks. Of course they're a little different in each one. I think the Disneyland one is specific more for Marceline, right? Yeah.
You know, he longed for that place and loving memories of it and recreating it. You think of the stories of his cold and his newspaper routes and all of his work in Chicago later, you know, just remembering that and holding those warm places in his heart. He never let go of them. Yeah, that's my narrative, but I feel like that's what it is.
Well, I remember him drawing, it wasn't charcoal that he drew on the house. What is it that he used? It was black.
On
was
the
it
barn
tar?
side or what? I think you're right.
Yeah, he drew a picture with his sister. I think it was Ruth that he drew a picture with.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I think it was on their nice white house.
Okay, yeah.
But
I always forgive him and say it was a barn, but I think you're right. It was the White House. Yeah.
And that's, kids do. We had kids.
Yeah.
They did stuff like that.
Creative children do those kind of things.
They absolutely do. So we're celebrating Walt's birthday. And like I said, if he were alive today, he'd be 120 years old. Well, not today, December 5th. So on Sunday, that's the big celebration day. The last big celebration was when he turned 100 in 2001, and we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But first,
in
1986, Walt Disney Recognition Day is officially celebrated in the United States. And U.S. President Ronald Reagan said, December 5th, 1986 marks the 85th anniversary of the birth of Walt Disney, Uncle Walt, as he affectionately was known to his movie-making colleagues in Hollywood, was just that, several generations of American families, a warm, generous uncle who sat us on his knee and told and retold us stories of comedy, imagination, and adventure. He was a superb animator, a technical wizard, an astute manager and businessman, but above all was a man who never lost touch with his child's heart and a sense of wonder. And that's Ronald Reagan. I really love this quote because of the ending, that he recognizes that he did have that, you know, child at heart and the sense of wonder. And I think that's something that I'm drawn to about Walt Disney, and just why we do this, because we feel that way too, just having that sense of wonder and being childlike. I think it's really good, you know, to not get so caught up in, you know, you can get caught up in bills and life and all these different things, but then you can go to the parks and have fun and kind of not worry about things too.
And that was always what I marveled about when we would come as vacationers and not as like lifestylers here, is how complete it is. The disconnect is so marvelous there. Yeah, or like when you're watching some Disney movies too, it just, the wonder and the excitement, like Fantasia can really bring you out of things, or many of the films, they just make you feel cheerful and happy, and I think that's really cool. Yeah, any age. And worthy. Yes, so 2001, that was a big year. Maybe some of you guys remember this, but there was a lot going on. So Disney fans around the world celebrated Walt Disney's birthday, which would have been his 100th birthday, and Walt Disney's hometown 100th birthday celebration in Marceline, Missouri takes place with a bunch of activities. The town's Upton Theater hosts free showings of 2 of Disney's movies that premiered in Marceline, The Great Locomotive Chase and The Spirit of Mickey. In the early evening, sparkling fruit juice sales began on Main Street in front of Ripley Park, where the city will toast Disney during a special ceremony. So that's so cool. So they're definitely celebrating in Marceline. I love that. It's really cool. No, fantastic. Yeah, he would have loved that. Indeed. And then Disneyland, of course, had to host a celebration. They had a special ceremony commemorating the 100th birthday at 11:30 a.m. in the Plaza Hub at the end of Main Street. This was hosted by the resort president, Cynthia Harris, and it paid homage to Disney in story, song, and special appearances. John Hench was there, and of course Academy Award winning Richard Sherman was there, and lots of others, so they celebrated that way at Disneyland. And then this was cool, the life and career of Walt Disney is celebrated with a tribute by the Academy of Motion Picture and Arts and Sciences in the Academy's Samuel Goldwyn Theater. Participants in the centennial tribute to Walt includes his daughter Diane Disney and 3 of the surviving 9 old men. So, I mean, everything was happening all over in 2001. So cool. Yes. And then at Disneyland Paris, guests greeted 100 Disney characters in honor of Walt's birthday. And then day one only, the only time they did this fireworks display over the castle. Really?
Events. Yeah. So they just had this specific,
unique fireworks show over the castle on the 100.
Yeah, exactly.
How cool.
We can't leave out.
This is what I'm waiting for. I'm like literally sitting here like, when are you going to tell the cool thing?
They're all cool.
I know, but I mean, this one really
Walt Disney World in Florida, the Sorcerer
at Hollywood Studios.
Disney's MGM Studios main icon is dedicated to commemorate Walt Disney's 100th birthday.
So that was the day that they dedicated the Sorcerer hat.
It was a 100 years press event. Wow. And a giant showpiece, of course, was based on the hat worn by Sorcerer Mickey Mouse in The Sorcerer's Apprentice and Fantasia, and the hat sits on a foundation made from enough concrete to cover a football field. Yeah. Characters, guests, and cast members all gather in front of the Sorcerer's hat to cut a 25 by 17 foot cake. It's big, made up of 100 sheets of cake. Yay.
Wow, that is a lot of cake.
That's a lot of cake.
I was just like, my brain was visualizing it there in front of the Chinese theater, yeah.
Yeah. And then, although open since September, Michael Eisner helps dedicate the park's newest attraction, Walt Disney's One Man's Dream, which is they still have
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
we go in there all the time.
I got really emotional in there once last year after reopenings. But yeah, the hat,
Sure.
I've said it before, like, I wish they would pull it out or install it. I'm sure if they didn't destroy it,
No.
install it
That's
over Fantasmic, the entrance there. It would be so cool to walk underneath
You're
it.
just
when you're
always
going to
giving all the ideas on here.
Well, it's my hopes. I want to
I
see
know.
that.
It's true.
Get the
Wouldn't that be
word
cool,
out.
you
Get the
guys?
dream out.
Yeah, it would be cool if they put it over by Fantastic. Especially 2020, it's coming back. So we're excited. Indiana Jones is coming, and Beauty and the
Oh my
Beast is already
goodness.
back. So I'm so excited.
I heard it over
Fantastic.
there,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So moving on to the rest of this week, although that's quite exciting, and I encourage you guys to go look up more about Walt. Maybe get one of the biographies on him.
Which one do you like? You've read like. Which one do you prefer? Like for yeah, it's hard. Don't do that.
I don't want to do that. All right.
They're very different though.
Yeah, they're very different.
Choose wisely.
Exactly. Read the reviews. That's what I do. All right. So moving on to November 29th, 1996. The very first Epcot Holidays Around the World begins. Yeah, so that's already begun this year as well.
Yes, we're so
We're really excited. I really like the cookie trail, and we're very excited to see the Santas around the
Jolly
world.
old elves from around the world.
So we're hoping very soon to go check those guys out.
Well,
and
we're
hear
doing
their
it this
stories. We are. It's going to be great. And then in 2009, starting on this day, Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground at Walt Disney World begins offering sleigh rides for the first time ever through the secluded beauty of the 700-acre backwoods of the resort. I didn't know they had that many.
I didn't know it was a 700-acre woods.
Right?
How cool.
Okay, so I went and checked it out, and they are offering this year. And it's $55 per sleigh ride. It's 2 hours long.
2 hours for $55? And it's per person though?
No.
What?
It's for the sleigh. So like
for the sleigh?
It says 4 adults or 2 adults and 3 children.
2 hours?
Small children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think we have to do it. Right?
That's
I think we
awesome.
should do it. What do you guys think? Should we?
Yeah,
I think
we'll
we should.
vlog it.
Also at Epcot, they have roasted chestnuts this year, which I've never had that. So we're going to try that. You haven't. Yeah.
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, there you go. So moving on to November 30th, 1987, Red's Dream, a short film produced by Pixar Animation Studios and directed by John Lasseter, is released. This is a result of co-founder Ed Catmull wanting the staff to make a film using the Pixar image computer. Go check this out. It's called Red's Dream if you haven't seen it. I don't know, I just think the quality of it is so beautiful, especially for 1987. And it's also interesting because it has a sad ending, and usually nothing that Pixar does is really a sad ending.
Well,
usually,
maybe sad opener.
Yeah,
middles,
of course, but the
not
ending resolves usually. But this one, so go check it out and tell me what you think, because I thought it was very interesting. It's really beautiful. Then same day, November 30th, 2010. Much anticipated video game, Epic Mickey is released. You remember that?
Yes. Yeah, and I mean, I think we even had the little brush controller for the Wii.
We did.
You had the brush that you could hold, and very nice.
Really cute. So.
And then when they released this Epic Mickey 2, they had Oswald's button, so you had them both.
That's clever. Yeah. And then 1966, the live-action film Follow Me Boys with Ed McMurray.
Which we've talked about.
Yeah, that's released on November 30th too.
Amazing.
Yeah, we love that movie.
Yeah.
Go check it out if you haven't yet. Okay, so moving on to December 1st. This is funny, I think. 1929, Disney's Mickey Mouse short Haunted House, directed by Walt Disney, is released. So this is the first time that Mickey is ever interacting with supernatural beings.
Okay. And footage that we get to see a lot. I mean, I think you could even in your mind see him walking with the flashlight. They always use it at Halloween time with all of the music remixes and stuff. They use that too.
Yeah,
indeed.
that's the big one that's used a ton. The shelter from the storm inside an old haunted house. So it's a good one.
Oh,
I like it. At Halloween time. It's funny it was released, right? December 1st. I always think that maybe that was like a production, like they didn't get it quite done, but maybe.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. And then 1965, another movie we really enjoy. I don't think we talked about this one. We'll have to cover it maybe next year. But Disney's live action feature film, That Darn Cat, with Hayley Mills and Dean Jones. This is a really fun movie. It's a great one. It's a mystery movie. It has a fun cat in it.
Yeah. And the cat gets a necklace from a woman who's been abducted, and then Hayley Mills is like helping the detective, but also
not supposed to be. He keeps telling her to stay put, and she's not.
And she's kind of crushing on him. It's very good.
It's so fun. It's a good one. It's a good one. Go check it out. Then moving right along to December 3rd, 2002. The releases Mickey Mouse in black and white under the Walt Disney Treasures banner. So I just remember us getting these. The tins with Steve Willie and Mickey's service station and other treasures released.
There would be much that would be lost to us had they not released that. There's no other way to see it.
Yeah,
Thank
there was.
You for
it was so
that.
Cool. And we got the silver one and the gold one.
The colors, the black and whites, the Oswalds.
So we loved it when they released this. And
they have all the nature.
You really couldn't.
The world of Disney.
You really couldn't just watch this stuff.
Right. The Disneyland series. They're all in the tins. It's great.
There was no Disney Plus, kids. Just kidding.
And that stuff still isn't on Disney
Not
Plus.
everything's on Disney Plus, so it's still
Those
valuable.
archive tins are wonderful. And some of them go for quite a bit on eBay. So get them before they're in museums.
Yes. Okay, so, and then we're already to December 5th. And so you can celebrate, of course, Walt's birthday. But then in 1930, this is a fun cartoon to go check out. We haven't talked about it before. It was Disney Mickey Mouse cartoon, Pioneer Days. When Mickey and Minnie are attacked by Indians and so forth. But Minnie escapes and winds up rescuing Mickey herself. So
there you go.
A really cute one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I can't say I remember it, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you're gonna
watch
have to watch it. I thought maybe this was a good one that we haven't talked about. Not one that's well known. So go check it out. Plus,
it's a good one.
I was thinking about the math on it, like 1930, and how the Pioneer Days were technically like,
not that far.
You had grandparents
stories of natives
who did
and
that.
Pioneers and settlers.
Right. So this was very relevant to them, and when they were animating it and stuff, and realistic. Like you heard all of these stories, So really cool. And then the last up today, or for this week, 2019. I can't believe it's already been a couple of years, but Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
Do you remember?
How
this
wonderful.
was not a great day for us.
Yeah, we didn't make it in the first day.
Yeah,
and we were fine.
We were there early, but
it wasn't possible.
We failed on the reservation thing. We just couldn't figure it out, and it was too late.
Well, it was hard.
Yes.
I don't blame anyone.
It's so hard. Recently, we went to Hollywood Studios, and we just stood in line.
Yeah.
Like the good old days.
Yeah.
We stood in line with our family, and
2
we were
hours
all
and 20
together.
minutes, but no boarding pass.
Yeah. So one of our daughters just really wanted to do it.
And it was worth it.
It was worth it because it was so fun. Like once we got there, I think it was shorter. It was only an hour and a half, I think. Yeah.
And with family and friends.
And then one time recently, back in September, you and I walked on.
Yes. And in the evening, this last weekend we could have just walked on in the evening.
Yeah,
as well.
when we got off, because we went later, and then when we were coming out,
There was no
no
line.
line anymore.
We felt a little amateurish. But
Yeah,
it was
but
worth it.
okay. It was worth it. Sometimes, like, working hard for something like that makes it better.
It does.
But I'm so glad that people can do Rise of the Resistance without the whole boarding
Right,
thing.
the
They don't
fear
have to
that
compete.
just get in and
Just get in
if it's
line.
important to you, it's successful.
That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful. Lots
Good
of people
season.
who never got to do it are getting to do it now. So yay! I'm so glad because that was
Yes.
fun. And
What fun! Those early mornings, standing with all those people at 5:30
it was
at the sunrise.
fun, but I just don't like getting it.
It's the heartbreak.
And hearing people cheer
Right.
and other people, you just know they didn't get it, or when we didn't get it, and you just feel awful.
It was
it's
real.
just kind of like, I don't know, competition show or whatever.
Wow.
I don't know.
It was real.
Yeah, it was real, but we're past that now,
We are.
hopefully.
Walk
I
on.
know we don't want to talk about Lightning Lane because
We don't. Yeah, and we don't have a lot of
we don't
experience
really
with it
know.
yet. We've only
it
done
just
one. Yeah.
and I looked at Lightning Lane for our family, and it was gone at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So heads up,
Yeah.
if you're going to
We'll
do that,
more.
do some research and find out about Lightning Lane for
Yeah.
the bigger rides because it seems like they're going fast.
And we are going to use Genie Plus seasonally. I mean, I think so.
Oh, but
Yeah.
also with the Lightning Lane, we did see at times of the day that there was a long line for Lightning Lane for a Rise. So just because you get that, don't think that you're going to get to walk right through because...
For something like Rise.
Yeah, for something like Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to probably wait at some parts of the busy seasons and stuff. So just a heads up there. But most importantly...
It opened.
It opened. We love it. It's amazing.
It is.
This is a great ride. And, like, it is worth the wait. It just is. It's still one of the best rides we've ever experienced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, I mean, the technology, the character interaction, the, you know, I always gotta mess with those,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yes.
Federation
The cast
guys.
members. Or,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Or gals.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying that. Yeah. First order.
There you go. Did I say?
No,
Yeah,
I said
okay.
cast members. I was correcting myself.
There you go.
I will be punished next time.
It's so much fun. But yeah, it's a great ride. But yeah, really, this week, go celebrate Walt's birthday and all these other things. If there's anything that's stuck out to you that's one of your favorites, tell us in the comment. We'd love to hear about it. But that's it for this week in Disney. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!